Hey, what's up, man? We call ourselves Enlightened Nation, and I'm Ben Frank, by the way. Ben Frank from day one. That's my man Shavallo, and basically, we here to get the motherfuckers that's being ran, that claim they're in charge of the United States, call themselves the government. We want them to tell us the truth and get the motherfuckers that's really running this country to what?
Come from behind that fucking curtain.
Come from behind the curtain, man.
Wizard of Oz. Come from behind
that curtain. We want to know, like, you human like us. So, ain't no point in you hiding, you know what I mean? And running the country, pulling the strings, you know what I'm saying? Making it seem like the president really running the country, really not running the country, really has no say so. I mean, he can give what? Some kind of like, look for a bill to get passed, some kind of new regulation, something to help us, quote unquote. But it has to be approved by the motherfuckers, what? Behind the curtain.
Exactly.
We need y'all to tell the truth, man. That's basically what we here for, so. If you got anything you want to add to that, man?
Well, it's like this. You know, I always have a lot to say about a lot of shit. But this shit is kind of close to me. Because I never understood how 99% of the country could be ran by 1%. I never understood the math don't fucking add up. You know what I mean? And we want answers. We want answers as to why. I want answers from the people too, as to why.
Because we know y'all want answers too.
Yeah, why do we let them get away with this shit?
I mean, it's a lot of crazy shit going on, man, that need to be explained. You know what I mean?
And we're gonna cover a lot of different subjects because there's a lot on my mind, from profit prisons to religion, to the school system, and it's gonna cover a lot of things. We're just trying to like open people's eyes. Given our point of view, we don't agree on everything, and if we don't agree on it, we're gonna disagree. We're gonna disagree right here.
Y'all gonna see a lot of that.
You know, if we disagree, we're gonna know it because this is not
everybody
bullshit.
Everybody has their own way of thinking. You know what I mean?
Everybody talk about how they make something and it's real. This is real.
The truth is nothing but the truth. You know what I'm saying? Opinions. You know what I'm saying? We use those. Me and you. I don't know about nobody else. I can't speak for nobody else. But we use our opinions to help define what the real truth is. You know what I'm saying? Search for that through our opinion. Okay, so I feel like this, but I want it to be actual fact. So I'm gonna dig, and get true research to back it up, support it. But a lot of things that's really going on, man, you can't research it enough to really get a true explanation of why. Like, for example, we was talking about this the other day, the trails in the sky with airplanes and shit.
The chemtrails.
It's like, okay, yeah. What are they really doing, man? I mean, they not informing us. I mean, it's supposed to be a democracy. We're supposed to have a say-so, you know what I mean, and what's going on in this country.
The problem is the majority of the people don't care about having a say-so. They sit back and wait for the orders to come down, and they just follow them.
Oh, that gotta change, man.
I mean, who the fuck does that? We're supposed to be in a free country, and just for example, I can't drive a car without a seatbelt.
Right.
Or they can pull me over and give me a ticket. While I'm pulled over on the side of the road and they're writing me out that $16 ticket, I think it is right here right now, for a seatbelt.
It's ridiculous.
Somebody can pass right by me, sit on the back of a fucking truck.
Yeah, no seatbelt.
Somebody can shoot by me 50 miles per fucking hour on a motorcycle with no helmet or seatbelt.
Right.
Why do we let them get away with grabbing our money like this?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, fuck that.
Why don't we demand answers? Why don't we tell them, fuck your ticket?
I like when you brought up, like, nobody's really saying nothing, like waiting on the order to come down. I mean, we sitting right here, you know what I'm saying, shedding light to the situation, basically potentially putting our lives at risk. And y'all can't simply like just come together as a whole country, you know what I'm saying, all the citizens come together as a whole and demand respect, really what it boils down is respect.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
They disrespecting the hell out of us, saying follow this, follow that, and we had no say so in that. We had no say so in that whatsoever.
And one of the main things is to the people that's sleeping but feel like they're wide awake. What I don't get about them is they say shit like, well, they let us do this and they let us do that. Do you feel what I'm saying?
But it's a land of liberty.
You're waiting on them to tell you what the fuck you can and can't do.
How the fuck?
And just because it's law doesn't mean it's right. Slavery was legal law
That don't mean
at
right.
one point. It doesn't mean it's right. It was legal to say certain people couldn't vote. It doesn't mean it's right. So just because something is law, I understand you go by it because you don't want to get caught up in the bullshit of being arrested and having to pay fines and tickets. I get that. They kind of break you.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, shut the fuck up, and I'm just going to go along with it because I don't have time for this shit.
Right.
I don't want to live like that. I want to find out what the fuck is really going on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not about what they let us do. It's about what's right.
Okay, so what you think we should do about it? I mean, it's been sought after. It's been fought for before. You know, we have our forefathers that's fought for things, but it's still been like an ongoing thing where really get no respect, and especially being a black man in America. I had to bring that up. A black man in America. I mean, it's true. And I mean, we can go as far as back as 60s, 70s. I mean, Marvin Gaye said what's going on. I don't think he got no answer. So how you feel like we can get an answer? I mean, we have to really come together, unite, and make them tell the motherfucking truth.
That's the thing. You have to have people that's willing to stand with you. I know everybody ain't gonna hear what I say and say, damn, he's on to something. I gotta be on that side. And I don't think that they're all ignorant or you know, I don't think they're all sheep, I guess, because they just want to live their life and they don't sit around and think about things like I do. And they'll tell me, man, don't worry about it. Just live your life. You can't do anything about it. That's not good enough for me. It's not. They say we only live once. I don't know that for a fact. But just in case that is true.
Right.
What the fuck are you gonna do with your life? You know you're gonna die. I'd rather die for something than nothing. Because we're all gonna do it anyway.
Yeah. So
we have to figure out what's going on in this country. We know the whole Donald Trump election. That's been talked about a million fucking times. But I got myself caught up in that shit.
As far as what?
I got myself caught up in, if I had the right to vote, I'm a convicted fucking felon. And I can't vote, which is bullshit. That's a whole nother fucking
That's
subject.
bullshit.
You
Definitely bullshit.
You
You
go
know
to
what
jail,
that'd be
you
about.
serve your time, and you get out and they say, fuck you.
My opinion about that is
your word is shit.
They know that if your vote really truly does count, the majority of the people gonna vote opposite of what. I mean, you know, the deciding vote is gonna be opposite of what they needed to be or what they wanted to be, because you know the criminal minded or the ex-criminal minded.
Because you can't
Majority of
change.
them are liberal people.
You can't
Right.
change. See, that's the problem.
And the majority of them are liberals. You see what I'm saying?
Well, the majority.
Liberals dominate the
incarcerated?
country.
You mean the majority incarcerated?
The majority incarcerated are liberals,
You feel like that?
and the majority of the United States are liberal.
You feel like that?
Yeah.
Even after this fucking election?
Yeah. What do you mean? The majority
The
of the
conservative
country,
won.
The majority of the country is liberals, man.
Popular vote
A
wise.
lot of those liberals voted green and independent.
Yeah, they fucked it up.
They're liberal though. They most, you know, in a nutshell,
They fucked
it's
it
a
up.
liberal way of thinking. You know
They
what I
fucked
mean?
it up.
And being liberal is really, to me, would be a true democracy. Because they want to have, I feel like they want to have something to do with what's being regulated. You know what I mean? How things are handled, how certain situations are handled. They want to have a say so in that. You know what I mean? If I invest in a company, I don't care if I only have 500 shares. I want to have a say so on how that product is made. You know what I mean?
Okay.
If you want to change the way it was made before I, you know, made my investment, and now I made my investment, now you want to change things, I feel like I should be able to be a part of that board to say, hell nah, don't go like that. Because conservatives, I mean, they all on that side, where's the right side, left side, whatever side they on, and they all have the same way of thinking. That, I guess, to me, it sounds like Catholic or Christian or some way of thinking. I don't know. How would you define that?
Like, as far as how conservatives think,
Right.
I say most of them would fall under the Christian thing.
Okay.
Um,
But that sounds
Most of
kind
them.
of, it sounds kind of strange though, because the KKK say they're Christians,
yeah, and in their minds they are. Some people
but
believe in
the
Satan.
majority of KKK is Democrats.
No,
Well, originally they were.
no. Let me tell you what. The majority of KKK are whatever party that seems to be the most against minorities. Remember when I posted something on Facebook about running for president?
Mm-hmm.
And I said I would run if I ever had the resources to do it. I would run as a Republican, and if I did, you will see how many Klansmen become Democrats.
Again,
Just like that, boom, just like that, bam.
Right.
Just
Yeah.
because I'm in the race, because I'm not going to be a Ben Carson
Wow.
Republican.
that
You
tells you right
understand
there.
what I'm saying?
What's the guy from NFL made that speech? Racism don't exist. What's his name again?
That racism doesn't exist. Oh,
Right.
you mean the comment? You mean
Yeah.
You mean Stephen A.
Stephen
A. Smith?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That tells you right there. Stephen A. Smith.
I always been up and down on you, bro.
Racism.
I always been up and down on you, bro. I've been watching you for years, nigga.
Yeah.
For years, and just recently, I said over the last year, I've been like, who the fuck is this guy? What is he talking about?
Can determine what his stand is.
I mean, we know you can only say certain shit on your job, especially when you work for a company that's affiliated with Disney. You're not going to be able to just be out there and just be like, you know, a real nigga, even though you pretend you're a real nigga. You a real white nigga. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, Smith, a real white nigga.
And he's a white nigga. And what I mean by that is, he's a nigga, he a hard ass real nigga to the white folks.
You're a hard ass real nigga.
To the white people.
Right.
Like if you're in a room full of white people,
That's how he gonna look anyway though.
he act just like them, but in a room full of them, he can do this shit and they'll jump.
Wow.
You understand what I mean by that, dog?
Yeah.
If you're in a room full of black people, he kind of like, you know, he quiet now. He kind of got his head down.
Yeah.
But around them, he might try to poke his chest out,
Yeah. Damn.
and they'll back up like he is black. Back up, Bob. He is a nigger.
Damn.
Remember that. He
Yeah.
is a nigger.
They ain't gonna never forget that.
Never forget that
Damn, what
shit.
he do?
I don't care if you get up on
with his
that.
ass tight.
He can get on first take tomorrow and say, I want to join the Klan.
Nah,
He's
nigga.
still a nigga.
Dead on that.
He's still a nigga. That's first and foremost. And this ain't, you know, trying to be against white people. I'm only against the white people that's against us.
That's it.
Straight up and down.
I fuck with white people, man.
I'm cool with anybody who's cool with me. I ain't the type of dude that'd be like, I ain't racist because I got a white friend.
Nah, I fuck with them on the regular. I fuck with them. You know what I'm saying? But I don't fuck with no racist motherfuckers that feel like we should be divided. We shouldn't conversate. We shouldn't mingle. You don't believe in all that shit.
Oh no,
right?
Fuck all that, man. It's time to progress.
I know I'm a human motherfucking being. I don't care how y'all look at it. You know what I mean? Probably more human than you, because we got soul. We got true soul. You know what I mean? Speaking of that, though, you remember growing up as a child, basically growing up in the 80s, you know what I mean? And you used to hear a lot of white people used to commit suicide and shit, and killing each other, and killing kids, and all kind of shit. You used to hear that a lot, man.
80s?
Yeah, 80s, 90s. They don't do that no more like that.
They did that shit 80 seconds ago. They did that shit 80 minutes ago.
That's possible, yeah. I mean, it's not televised.
See, that's another thing. The media is only going to show you what they want. This is what we were talking about before about the police killings of black people. Mm-hmm. And I said to you, they killing white people too. Remember when you said that and you kind of jumped at me like, hold on.
But the numbers are different though. The numbers are different.
If you really got real numbers, I'm sure you would see that different. But the point is, if 100 innocent black men are being shot in the street, and 60 white men are being shot in the street, still the same argument. I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. But why the fuck are we only hearing about the blacks? We're not even hearing about Hispanics like that. They're being killed too.
What you think the point of that is?
I think
it's start confusion.
I think it's kind of like
make a race war.
It's kind of like enslaving you, and then when you break the chains, they make you feel bad for breaking them. You fucking animal.
Okay,
you just broke my chain.
Basically, for waving the Black Lives Matter signs, they trying to make you feel bad for doing that because we taking it out of context. That's not how it is. Now you down, like you talking to me like I'm fucking stupid.
I get you now.
Because we holding up our signs, not we took it the wrong way. So we fucking dumb. We don't know what the fuck we talking about. We don't see this shit.
You almost lost me for a second, but yeah, it's almost like they want us to understand, but they overstand. We got to get to the point where we overstand too. I think most of us are already there. But what they do, like I said, they enslave you, and then when you enslaved, you did something the master didn't like. I don't give a fuck if it was something very minuscule. He's gonna whoop your ass for it.
Yeah.
He gonna tie you up and beat the fuck out of your back with a fucking horse whip. Mm-hmm. If you turn around and grab that horse whip, he gonna look at you like, how dare you?
Yeah.
How dare you grab this whip? I'm beating your ass for no reason with nigger.
So it's still mind frame. It's still the same mindset.
When they do something and we do the same, we're worse still. Mm-hmm. We get looked at worse still.
Right.
I remember being a teenager and I used to wear my hat to the side all the time. I never really wore it straight back. It was always to the side. And immediately I'm looked at as a thug because of how I wear my hat, even if it's just a hat straight back on your head. You remember when that was kind of like a controversy? Don't wear your hat like that. The bill was supposed to be in the front. You can't block the sun that way. You understand what I'm saying? So, but if a white boy wore his hat like that, he was just cool.
Because they don't normally kill people when they have turned to the side.
Yeah, I guess they think we turn our hat back so we can see better to shoot a bitch.
I have no idea, man. It's always going to be something, man. You got to walk and talk a certain way, and
we have to let them know that we're not going to take that shit. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And like I'm saying, this is to. I don't like to call them racist because racism and prejudice is not the same thing. Mm-hmm. And we got to stop saying Jim Bob is racist because he drove by me and called me a nigger while I was walking down the street.
Mm-hmm.
That's just prejudice. That's not. It's prejudice. It's not racism. Racism comes down from above. Racism is you can't work here, you can't be educated here, you can't live here.
No, that's prejudice. You got the opposite.
No, you got it opposite. That's racism.
No, listen. Prejudice is when you say somebody can't do something based on, race, color, abilities, you know what I mean? You could be prejudiced towards somebody that's handicapped and not allow them to work there or whatever. You can't be racist towards somebody that's handicapped because they're not, you know what I'm saying? That's a race, handicap is not a race.
But you got it back.
How is that?
Hear me out. Racism is institutional. You never heard of institutional prejudice. It's called institutional racism. It's coming from high down. Prejudice is just to prejudge somebody. I don't know you at all, but your skin is dark, so I'm gonna call you a nigger.
Okay.
I don't know you at all. You have no legs. You're fucking crippled. It's just prejudging. That's like that old cliche book by its cover thing.
So you're saying racism is only institutional?
Racism cannot come from a motherfucker that's in your same class or below you. He's just a prejudiced poor motherfucker. Racism is you black, you can't live here. You black, you can't be educated here. You're black, you can't work in this company. That's racism. You can have a prejudiced boss, but that doesn't mean that company is a racist company.
So where does the term racist motherfucker come from?
Because it's because they don't know the meaning.
A motherfucker can be racist, bro. They can be prejudiced too.
I disagree. I don't think racism is something that affects you. That affects your because of the color of your skin. Prejudice is just a motherfucker that call you a name.
Okay.
Fuck a name. Who cares?
I can go with that.
You can be driving up to your crib, beautiful neighborhood, and one of your neighbors could be like, fucking nigger. But he can't say you can't live here.
Right.
Racism is when you can't live there.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People use it all the time. And I even do it too because it's easier accepted. Like when I'm talking about a certain subject, I might say such and such is racist.
Mm-hmm.
We overuse it. That's not what it really means. And I think most people that feel this way would explain it pretty much how I did.
All right, well, let me go back to what I was saying, right? Like, I feel like times have changed. And I'm trying. I want to get I want to get the reason for that. Like, what caused the change? Because right now you have a lot of, I don't know. This is just from my perspective. I feel like a lot more African Americans, black males, whatever, or black people in general, are committing suicide more so in these days and age than they ever did before.
So you're saying it was more white people before doing it, now it's more black?
Right.
Really, honestly, I never really even knew that.
Never knew that?
No.
Really?
No.
Where the fuck you been at?
Black people just offering themselves?
What, nowadays?
Yeah.
Yeah, occasionally. It's not like we used to hear it a lot, like we did when we was kids. Not trying to be prejudiced or anything, but that's just how it was. I mean, and now you see a lot more, black people and Spanish and committing suicide.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
Just recently.
When I woke up the next morning, because I stayed up late on the election night, I couldn't do it no longer. When I woke up the next morning and I looked at my phone and I said, that motherfucker won, I thought about slitting my wrist. A little bit. Right. Just a little bit. Yeah. I did cross my mind, I need to die. But before I die, I want to make some shit happen. So I ain't gonna slit my wrist yet. But, right. A lot of people kill themselves for some bullshit ass reasons.
Bullshit.
Just bullshit. I couldn't imagine if one of my children killed themselves because somebody picked on them in school or some shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? I couldn't imagine that. they get so stuck in now, and now they don't see the future. That's the problem with kids, especially like teenagers.
Right.
They get so stuck in right now, they don't know 10 years from now, they're not going to give a fuck about any of those people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was the same way. And a lot of that shit is being caused because of social media now, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, you know.
Why is that, though?
I mean, it's obvious that we didn't have that years ago, so the numbers are going to be different. You would actually have to be near a motherfucker to bully them. Now you can bully them from 1,000 miles away. And to me, what kind of motherfucking children are we raising that you that much of a bitch? I'm going to just keep it 100.
Yeah.
You that much of a bitch that I can bully you in Florida and you kill yourself in California?
Well, but a coward is the one bullying, doing the bullying as well.
That is too. What do you have going on in your life that you want to sit behind a computer screen and just fuck with somebody for no reason?
Why would you want to fuck with anybody for no reason?
Exactly.
You know that, and they doing that, man, for real. Like kids bullying kids. I'm glad you brought that up, man, because I'm really against that. You know, kids bullying each other, man, in school. You know, these kids, their parents send them there to get their education. And you have to worry about another parent's children, like, just distracting them, and affecting their concentration with what they actually there for, because you don't like what they wearing or how they wear their hair. It's just foolishness, man.
Kids are
they
horrible.
Need to stop. I mean, they need to grow up a little bit.
Kids are fucking horrible.
But it starts at home, man, when it comes to that, man. Be honest with you.
It does, but I'm a firm believer, too, that when you get away from your parents and you get around some badass kids, that influence is even greater than that of your parents at home. That shit's crazy. It happened with me, robbing a fucking store at 16.
Really?
My mom didn't raise me like that.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? She wasn't in the streets. She wasn't like not there for me. You know what I mean? For me to just be like, shit, I need $25 bad as fuck. Let's go rob this store. 4 of us go rob this store and get this $100, man.
Things could have seriously went wrong.
We could have been dead.
Shit could have really went wrong, man.
Imagine that. I don't think there's anything new under the fucking sun. I just think we get the news faster. Obviously. This shit's been going on. I hate when people say shit like, oh, we're living in the end of times and Christ is coming. Motherfucker, this shit's been this way.
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever read a history book? That shit ain't sweet. So what I'm saying is,
sometimes that history book is just voided in the minds of people that's really about the Bible, man.
That shit's horror. The history, that book is fucked up.
They think the history book is lies when it comes to contradicting anything that has anything to do with the Bible.
But like I was saying, let me finish. I was almost about to compare today to back then and say how easily we could have been shot robbing that store.
Yeah.
I can't remember if there were 2 guns involved, but I know for a fact there was 1. For some reason I want to say there was 2. The memory might be a little cloudy. I was 16 years old. So we robbed a store at gunpoint. Grabbed the change drawer. I remember the change hitting the fucking floor, the concrete, hitting the concrete. I'm thinking, damn, he losing all the money. I'm thinking at 16 that was money. For real. And I remember hiding behind a fence in the grass and seeing the fucking lights, red and blue lights, police everywhere, and we're just hiding back there. If one of them walked up on us, it could have been game over. Just like that. And we don't know any better. And of course, we're young black males, so they charge us as adults. They charge us as adults,
right,
which is some bullshit. Let's just be real. They say if you did an adult crime, you got to do adult time. Well, what the fuck is an adult crime?
I'm sure a lot of our viewers probably feel the same way. You're probably like, you did that type of crime, you're supposed to be charged as an adult. A lot of people feel like that, man.
Well, let me tell you how I feel.
But they got to understand, I mean, you're an adult now. You watching this video, you're an adult now. You know you don't think the same as you did when you was a child.
Come on.
If you did, then
let's just be real.
You need some psychological help.
Let's be real.
You still think the same way.
If I go and steal a pack of gum right now, they're not gonna charge me as a juvenile.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
You did a child's crime.
You did a child's
so you getting child's time.
Right.
I'm calling your mama.
Yeah. I mean, but they should do some shit like that. Bullshit. Like that lady. Did you hear about the lady the other day, man? She stole the kettle from Salvation Army. How they stand in front of the stores, ring the bell.
Well, she just grabbed
I guess the lady that was dinging the bell, holding the kettle, went to use the bathroom or something. She came and snatched the kettle from in front of Walmart. Childish. I mean, this is an embarrassing act. It is a very humiliating act, especially because she got caught.
How old was this bitch?
At least 40. At least 40.
If her mother, her father, or both was alive,
they need to beat her.
They should have came over there and beat her ass with a belt.
She needs to be grounded
in front of whatever store, whatever that Salvation Army.
That bitch needs to be grounded, man.
For real, she need her ass.
Take your driver's privileges away.
But the problem with the law is, while that was going on, even though they suggested it, then they're gonna arrest you for child abuse on your 40-year-old child.
Right, right. There it is.
Because they want to put a bitch in jail. I don't give a fuck.
It's a revolving door.
I heard now if you get a domestic, if they come to your house, somebody going to jail. I don't care if both of y'all say, "Oh, we good. We just argue." Nah, man. Nah, listen, bro. I gotta take somebody, man. You want to flip a coin? What you want to do? Somebody getting in this car.
Yo.
And what is that shit? And that's enough. Let me tell you something. We all over the place. That's just how this shit's gonna be. I'm gonna just let y'all know right now. We all over the place, but I'm trying to make some points. I'm trying to get them in here.
I forgot they was watching. Bullshit.
Yeah, for real. If you are, thank you though. But damn, I lost my goddamn train of thought. Let me get another drink in real quick.
We talk about these childish,
the
ignorant
police. People think what is the slogan? To protect and serve?
Yeah.
It's a bullshit.
It's a bullshit.
Absolute.
I mean, it's been around for
bullshit.
over 100 years. So
it is to protect the law and serve the courts.
Yes.
Not the people.
No.
They are looking to put a bitch in the back seat.
Period. They work for the judge.
Because you can't tell me that they protect you when they only come after some shit done happen.
Right.
I mean, obviously they can't come before. I get that. They can't be like, "Oh shit, somebody's about to slap his bitch. Let's go."
I ain't never heard of a police even being in the vicinity and take a bullet for somebody. And he got a vest on.
Exactly. he gonna dive the other way.
Yeah, he gonna dive the other way.
While you getting shot.
Yes.
But then what he gonna do is he may arrest you if you don't die. He going after the other person that shot you. Because
they gotta take you in for question.
You know, they're gonna question your ass while you laying on the bed in the hospital. Believe me, I done been there.
Why would he shoot you? What were you involved in?
Exactly. You did something. Nobody just shoot a motherfucker for nothing.
Conspiracy.
We the only ones that shoot a motherfucker for nothing.
Nah, don't say that.
Nah, fuck that.
Nah, that's not.
I'm a police right now. We the only motherfuckers that can shoot a motherfucker for nothing.
Yeah.
Not you.
Yeah.
You can't. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or why is somebody shoot? He's not a cop. Why is he shooting at you? You did something.
Yeah, they're the only ones that can do that.
It go both ways, but they serve the court system, not us. Have you ever been to court or seen court on TV, anything, and the officer came to speak for the defendant?
No.
You know what, Your Honor? This man's a good man. I think you should let him go. They're always standing next to the prosecutor.
If they do.
They're not, but why not? Why the fuck not?
The integrity of the law.
They standing next to the state. They're not standing next to you. Even if they thought, hey, he was a good guy, he didn't give me any problems, whatever.
He might say that. They might
say that, but they're gonna say that shit just like you said from that side of the room.
Yeah.
That's it, because they work for them. You know what I mean? We are in a system that we are beneath them, and it's not about skin color. It's just a lot. It's a lot about social class.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot about that we don't see that. A lot of white people who were prejudiced against blacks were only that way. I mean, they could have had less than a black person and still thought they were better than them. That's how they made themselves feel good.
All right.
I may not have shit, but I ain't a nigger.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Well, I want to close out on this one, man, and definitely gonna give y'all part two. But before we go, I want to know what the people think about basically that. You know what where I was going with this. Damn it.
Edit this shit out.
No. I ain't this shit getting
edit this.
No, this shit good.
You got to keep it real, right?
No, it's good. Where was the fuck I was going? Because you was talking about the court system, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's something that can be done about this. Because I'm thinking, who pays the judge?
Taxpayer, right?
Well, where does he get his paycheck from?
That was a good question. Who does pay?
He get a paycheck.
He got to get a paycheck. He ain't sitting back there
And
for nothing.
who's stamped on that motherfucker? It's a seal.
Well,
From who? The state, right?
well, we need to find out one of these judges' paydays and run up on his ass. I guess I don't know.
Nah.
That's something we'll look into though.
But I'm thinking, yeah. I mean, they work for the state.
Of course.
A regular judge.
When you go into that
County
court, that shit says
judge.
the state versus you.
The county judge works for the state. You know what I mean? A Supreme Court judge works for the government. See what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know, you go in the Supreme Court, I mean, it's you versus the United States of America.
Yeah, it gets even worse on you.
Oh, yeah, it gets worse.
It's you. You standing there and you like, what? Me versus what? The country? What you want to do to me, man? Go ahead and get it over with,
Yeah,
man.
for real.
Bring the needle in
Hands
here.
down,
Just
man.
bring the needle in here. Fuck it.
I know the people got something to say, though. I mean, what do they suggest? You know, as far as y'all know, y'all have demands, man. Shit ain't. It's not going how it's supposed to go. It's not. It's an unfair system. You know what I mean? What do y'all feel like we could do to make this fair? And we willing to stand up with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, give us some feedback, some suggestions. Like, this is obviously our first video. Hopefully there will be many more. We'll go into a lot of other topics, but just about what we spoke on tonight, or if you have anything that we didn't speak on, that you might want us to speak on, let us know.
We want to tell the truth, man. We want to tell the fucking truth.
That's what it is.
Hey yo, it's poison. Ecstasy, coke, you say it's love, it is poison. Schools where I learned they should be burned, it is poison. Physicians